There are four different types of tissues found in the body. They are epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue are divided into two different types, such as the simple and the stratified. Simple epithelial tissues have a single cell layer. They are further broken down into squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. The simple squamous cells have thin scales. The nucleus is flat, horizontal, elliptical, and similar to the form of the cell itself. The function of the simple squamous cells are to secrete and absorb. The location of these cells are found in the alveoli of lungs and capillaries. Simple cuboidal cells have a nucleus that is round and located at the center of the cell. The function of these kinds of cells are to secrete and absorb as well. The location of these types of cells are in the lining of kidney tubules and ducts of glands. Columnar simple epithelial cells are column-like, and they have different columns extending out like this. The nucleus is elongated and located in the basal end of the cell, and the function of these types of cells are for secretion and absorption as well. They are located in the digestive system and in the female reproductive tract. For stratified epithelial cells, they consist of several stacked layers of cells. Their function is to protect and secrete. The location of these stratified epithelial cells are found in the bladder, urethra, and some other glands. Remember, squamous are flat and thin, cuboidal are boxy and wide, and columnar are rectangular and tall. Connective tissue actually provides support for internal tissues and organs. They are characterized by extensive extracellular matrix. They are also further broken down into loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, supportive connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Loose connective tissue, which is composed of adipose, which is fat, areolar, which is a space filler, reticular, supportive framework. The function is to allow water, salt, and other nutrients to diffuse through adjacent cells and tissues. They are located between many organs and tissues to absorb shock and bind the tissues together. Dense connective tissue have more collagen fibers than loose connective tissue do. The function of these dense connective tissue is for stretching. Therefore, the location of these tissues are found in the muscle and the skin. Supportive connective tissue are densely packed fibers. Their function is for structure and strength for the body, and are located in the bones and cartilage. Fluid connective tissue is pertaining to blood. Their function is to circulate salt, nutrients, and dissolve proteins throughout the body. The location of these is obviously the lymph and the blood. Muscle tissue are further broken down into three different types of tissue, which are skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. Skeletal muscles are striated, have multiple nuclei, and generate heat as a byproduct of contraction. Therefore, their function is movement. Their location is attached to bones, such as the bicep, the tricep, or other different types of muscles connected to bones. Cardiac muscles are striated and have single nucleuses. Their function is to obviously contract the heart and are located only in the heart muscles. Smooth muscles are not striated and only have one nucleus. Their function is to contract involuntary organs. Therefore, their location is in the digestive, urinary, and respiratory systems where we can't really move it ourselves. Last but not least, the nervous connective tissue is characterized as being excitable and capable of sending and receiving electrochemical signals. Therefore, it's part of our nervous system, and their function is to send electrochemical signals that provide the body with information.